they're down on the shooting line. Let's go and meet the contenders for the gold medal.
And on target number 1, representing Great Britain, Chloe Adair, Laura Anderson, and Grace Chapel. And on target 2, representing Italy, Elisa Asiuchetto, Andrea Mattia, Martina Serafini. And your line judge for this match is Abraham Osa.
Well, there we have it. More host nation interest here. Great Britain lining up with Chloe Abair, Leila Anderson and Grace Chappell. For the Italians, well, they've got a little bit of youth on their side. Martina Serafini, just 18 years old. Andrea Moccia, 19. And Elisa Mazzucchetto is the eldest in the team at just 20 years old. She's the 2019 World Youth individual bronze medalist. So has a lot of pedigree, and in fact the Italians are lined up with it. It's the 6th cap for Chloe Abair from Great Britain. But Leila Anderson, perhaps the most experienced, a 3-time Hyundai Archery World Cup stage winner by teams this year. So there's a bit of mixture going on.
Well, of course, this first person up for Italy, she's going to be in the gold individual match against Grace.
So Andrea Moccia to get this gold medal match underway.
She's had such a great week. We saw her yesterday in the mixed team finals. Yeah, what a week for her. She was actually beaten by her teammate, Machia. And so it was a bit awkward, but she stayed and supported her like any good teammate would do in those individual rounds. Leila is so used to this. She's done quite a lot of youth fests on this particular ground here, the Orangery at Lilleshall. So, expecting some good things from this team.
9.
Grace Chappell, an individual winner on the Euro Youth Circuit in 2019. Picked up a team silver this year. Chloe Abair here, 17 years old, the youngest on the British team. Into the middle of the target. Solid start from both teams here. Both shooting a 29 at the halfway stage of the first end. Serafini shooting in the middle for the Italians. Long hold here at full draw. A little bit of shaking as well, and that's drifted up into the 8. She was part of the Italian team that took a bronze medal at the World Youth Championships last year.
She only had 5 seconds left on that shot and still got a 9, so it's pretty good. She's keeping calm under these tough conditions. I've noticed Chloe's got a kisser, but she's not actually, her lip isn't actually touching that kisser knot on her string, so something to watch in the next time she shoots.
Well, what's interesting here is that there were some drop points from Italy there, and there's an opportunity for Great Britain. You can see Alison talking things through with Grace Chappell, who's on the shooting line. This is an opportunity to get an early lead for Great Britain, but not quite capitalising on it.
So leaving it up to Layla to get a 10, put some pressure on the Italian team.
Anna Gibson in the crowd, the new world number 1 in the senior division.
There you
lovely
go.
Stuff from Aniston leading the team. She's looking very composed and looks like she's here for the gold medal, Lucy.
She's such a strong shooter and she's still so young. She's, although I think this could be her last junior competition, she's been doing the senior stuff for a while now. And yeah, she's great in the pressure. Smiles all around there. See, she's going to keep calm. She's the one you put on the end because you know that she can shoot fast and get those 10s.
Well, take a look back over this curious first end. Both teams are getting off to a flyer, shooting 29s over the first rotations. So not much between them. High quality start. And then both giving away points, both going into the 8 in their second rotations. And look, that's how much Ella Gibson's keen to see how the British team do here. She's got her bins out. Look at that determination on the face of Leah Allison.
This crowd is going to spur them on. We've got Penny Healy there. She's going to be shooting later.
Not hard to pick her out of a lineup.
I think it's the hair.
Look at Andrea Machia at the front there. She's ready to step onto the line. There's a determination on the British side of the shooting line, but it's very much the same on the Italian side. Finally poised, just a point in it. 3 more ends to go. Who is going to take gold here in Lilleshall? Great Britain or Italy? Machia up to start the second end. Italy trailing by a point in this gold medal match.
I thought that was going to go a bit low. It looked like she was struggling with that shot, but ever the professional, she puts it in the 10. And it just takes the pressure off of her teammates just a little bit. Oh, it does look quite windy. And again, another 10. It's quite windy out there. You can see the hair sort of fluttering in the breeze. So they're gonna feel that quite a lot when you're trying to hold a bow up. Triple 10 to start. If you want to put pressure on the Great Britain team, that's how to do it. Notice Layla Aniston shoots first and last. She's their sort of most experienced archer, so she'll always shoot first and last to try and help her teammates.
First drop points for her in the match. Grace Chappell making amends though. Shot 2 9s in the first end, and she's found the middle of the target now. A little bit of pressure on Chloe Bear there, but getting a 9, and so things have switched over there. A flip over of 2 points. Italy leading halfway through the second end. Well, she's down to marked as a 10 that for an 85, so there's nothing between them at this stage.
That's a 9. So all of these arrows will have to be obviously checked. They'll get the judge and they'll get their teammates to obviously try and get them the highest arrow value. see who becomes the European champion team.
9.
6 seconds. She's looking very calm and collected, and she just knew that was going to go in.
Well, 15 available to Great Britain. Long hold though. And that's gone way out into the 8.
I think you called it. You said long hold. You can kind of get the feeling for these archers, even over a few hours, if they're taking just a little bit too long, not putting pressure on the other team.
So this is an important shot now for Leila Andersson. I want to stay within touching distance. 9 will be probably good enough, but a 10 will be more than enough, and she gets the 10 she needs.
She loves the pressure.
112 points for each team. Both teams finishing with a 10 with their final arrow of that end. Great Britain and Italy both have 112.
Well, that 10 there, a solid finish. And what a performance from Andersson. Under that pressure, we were both sitting there and you know, looking at the clock and seeing how much the time's counting down. That's a really great shot.
Yeah, she loves the pressure. Her first shot, she had all the time in the world and she got a 9. And with 3 seconds left, she gets a 10. So, yeah, you're right. She loves that pressure.
Yeah, it's a really, I mean, you were talking with me earlier on that, you know, she's competing on the senior circuit, getting medals on the senior circuit, not just competing on the senior circuit. But it really does bode well for the future of this British compound women's team, because she's, as you say, in her last year as a junior, but wow.
I mean, she's got Ella as her mentor as well. Ella's world #1. She's been helping these guys. The team is going so loud from Britain there. Yeah, Ella's been helping them all out, and the future is looking bright for Great Britain.
Do you find that it does come, you know, with countries around the world? We're obviously focused on Great Britain right now, but that you do get these clutches of athletes that come through. You said it, it's got a role model in Ella Gibson, and that then pushes on that division in the or discipline in the sport.
Yeah, we had it with Nikki Hunt. She was world #1, and that brought people like myself through the junior ranks as well. So it's always really good to have a role model and a #1 archer for Great Britain.
Yeah, Nikki, a good friend of World Archery Commentary. She was our expert analyst until she took over a role as a coach in the British setup, and he's in fact here in Lilleshall with the team, playing a supportive role. Thoroughly enjoying that as well. Hello, Nikki. I know you're not watching, but you may watch this back later. So 112 plays 113 here. Great Britain trailing by a single point. And the de facto captain having just to reset her arrow. But clearly being given a message there from either one of the teammates or the coach to say, don't worry, be calm, we're okay.
I'll put a little bit of extra pressure on herself at the end of the match here. Yeah, she didn't look too happy with that. I think, their clock is just running down a little bit. So that second half, the next 3 arrows, it's going to be a bit tricky to execute the shots. Chloe's taking a little bit of time there, but it's a 10, so scores matter.
Yeah, so, I mean, yeah, you're right. Obviously, they took too much time because of the reset from Andersson, but 55 seconds out of sort of notionally a 60. Not as bad as it could have been.
Yeah, ever the professional. She's putting the pressure on the Italians, but the Italians are coming back strong with those 10s. Second 2 arrows for both countries, a little bit long. Both got 9s. I wonder if that's some nerves.
No sign of nerves though with Bazzichetto. She looks really solid, doesn't she?
She looks so calm, and she's actually quite a cool kid. I sound old saying that.
But a really solid draw, full draw. She looks really relaxed, and actually from full draw she releases pretty quickly as well.
So the next 3 arrows for Great Britain. Layla having a chat with her teammate there, trying to help her. I'm not sure what was going on there, what the words were said, but
and like she was saying, keep it moving. But now she steps up to the shooting line. She's the one.
7.
Yeah, she's the one that ran out of time or had to redraw. That's given her a little time here, but again, it's that professional approach.
With 1 second to go. Sorry, I was counting down then. I was getting a bit nervous for them.
172 available to Italy here. Chia on the shooting line. This could be a critical 3 arrows here for Italy. Drops into the 9. For Italy here, see an opportunity. This is a big one. Now, let's look at this form of Bazzichetto. Really solid into full draw. Gets there quickly onto the trigger and then releases. It's a really nice action to watch, and she finishes with a 10 as well. And Italy have capitalised on the opportunity here to take a 2-point lead. Now, we'll forgive you for counting down. You're getting nervous. I can see that. You're obviously supporting the British team, but they're 2 points behind here. They're not far away. But I want to talk about this Italian Bazzichetto. She looks absolutely magnificent.
It's interesting because she's not actually the best archer that they have this week. You know, Serafini, she was higher ranked, but she unfortunately got knocked out by her teammate Machia, who's going into the gold medal match.
Well, this is the redraw at the beginning of the match, and clearly someone said something to Anderson to say, you know, just take your time, don't worry about it, just redraw. And she then shot a 10. When she was running out of time, she shot a 10. But sorry, back to Bazzichetto.
Yeah, so it's really interesting that Bazzichetto, she seems to be the sort of lead archer in these matches, and yet her teammates are technically doing better in the competition. But that's the beauty of these team rounds. You work as a team.
Well, talking about working as a team, the British fans, some of the archers have been shooting here, and then of course the likes of Ella Gibson there with the cap on in the middle, Patrick Houston next to her on the right with his cap on, really cheering on their team.
Looks like the Spanish are helping the Italians with the cheering there.
Well, fair enough. When you're got the host nation in the gold medal match, everyone's going to cheer for the other team. Aloisi there with his teammates, having collected silver in the under-18 men's compound team competition. So scores confirmed after 3 ends. Great Britain trailing by 2 points against Italy in this gold medal match. Can the host nation fight back? It starts in the hands of Layla Anderson. over now to Grace Chappell. She'll want to find the middle of the target to put Italy under some kind of pressure here.
I'm so tense. Not quite sure what to say.
Chloe Bear on the line.
Oh, I was willing that into the 10 there. I was willing it.
So 197 set for Great Britain. 201 available through this first rotation for Italy. Machia on the line. Oh, it's tickling the line. I think that's going to get marked as a 10.
I think the Italians just look a little calmer in this match. They look pretty focused on that gold.
Yep, Serafini just getting a little bit of wind there. Just holding on, but it's a big wobble here. A lot of time being spent at full draw. Oh my goodness me, what a result after that.
I'm not entirely sure how she did that.
I don't think she is either. There was a bit of a few there. Mazzucchetto up to the shooting line. Look at that glorious action again. Into the 9, but a 29 through the first rotation for Italy has got them, well, still 2 points ahead. Potentially 3 if that 9 gets marked up to a 10. Back over to the British side of the shooting line and Chloe Bear. It's all about putting down big points here. That's a good shot from Bear.
With only 2 arrows left in this gold medal match.
Grace Chappell's final arrow. Anderson still supportive, providing those reassuring words. And that just drops into the 9. So a 2-16 set. Anderson with her last arrow now.
Of course, Grace, no matter what happens, Grace will be back here tomorrow for the gold individual against Machia.
Finishing off with a 10.99 for a 2.25. Very little time left on the clock. Anderson not looking happy, but a 2.25 is the target set. We think that this might already be 200 for Machia and Italy. They can see the light at the end of the tunnel here. It's been a long week for these archers, and Italy are powering through this gold medal match. Brava indeed.
That was beautiful. You could see her scream as she came off the line there. 7 to win, well, and with 10 seconds.
Lots of space on the target, but not much time. But that's fine for Mazzucchetto. She hits the 9, which is enough for a provisional 2.28. We think that's going to get marked up to a 2.29. And despite a buoyant and boisterous home crowd getting behind Great Britain, Italy have powered through to the European title.